To the air right away is Allen. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Well, this defense for the Bills, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Second down, back to Sanders. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Rodgers now on first down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up second down. The Browns at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of start.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Browns. Devontae Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have.
He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Second down, back to Sanders.
He's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
The Browns send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12 from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Another run with Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second and 11. Rodgers going to throw. It's caught. Smith. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's complete, right back in the hands of Smith. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and end up making the play.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a short gain here down to the 22. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And oh, he coughed it up. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And now off to the races down the right side. He's at the 30. 10. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Santos with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Hey, take 26.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on fourth down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Throwing is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Second and 10.
Over.
Here's Rodgers. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Big 30. Hey, 88.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of the lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here in this first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Allen. And that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Bills first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake, eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. Santos with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Back north. 26.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Hassan Reddick, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. It's a second down run with Sanders. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
On fourth down, Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith.
And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Inside. Yeah, 300. Yeah, 300.
Now it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And it's third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now Rodgers. This is Smith with a grab. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Middle. Off 52.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football, and this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Half in. Half 85. Half 85. Regular.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Alert.
On play action, Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Browns are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they...
There he goes, right side. He's at the 50, the 30,
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. To throw is Rodgers. And once again, this is Sanders. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Flush to, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football. And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Smith, the man in motion left.
Hey, you block over here.
Now on 2nd and 13, Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Hey, 88.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back, come on.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his third interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Box it. 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Smith will come in motion right. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
50, hey, you block over here.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the point after try for Santos. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
630. Hey, 88.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers.
Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want...
It's caught inside the 25. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Rodgers again now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now Rodgers. It's caught by Sanders.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Rodgers. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Rodgers now to throw. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal.
26. Easy.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do